Oh, door off the hinges. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. Fuck out of here. What?
Nigga, who said you won?
What? Get that out of here, nigga. What?
Streaming has become fake, and nobody wants to admit it. Let's talk about it. Streaming is becoming cornier by the day. Everything is clip forming, petty arguments, and even Stevie Wonder can see that these beefs ain't real. Nothing feels organic anymore. Take XQC for example. A few streamers have came out and spoken about how the person you see on the camera ain't the same person that you meet in real life. And honestly, that's not hard to believe. Everything is a numbers game with these dudes. The bigger you are, the more they will try to attach themselves to you, even if that means attacking you.
XQC is like Jekyll and Hyde, because who XQC is on stream is like a really brash person who can talk like off cuff, like incredibly negatively about people, like people he knows in real life. Like he says actually some really like mean about people he knows in the real world. And then you meet him in real life and he treats the person who is online saying those mean things as a different person. And he's like really sweet in real life. And I was like, weren't you just like talking crazy shit? But I think his brain is so corrupt, he views it all as content and not legitimate.
Remember when Bruce came out and exposed the streaming industry for being fake? Basically said that ain't none of them friends in real life. Everybody rushed to cancel him. But in reality, he was showing the true nature of content creation. It's all an act. At the time, he was beefing with the biggest streamer, which was Casanat. And let's be honest, bro, nobody wants to hear that their favorite streamer is acting. Which is why Bruce took so much hate. But fast forward to now, bro, look at where we at. Everybody's beefing with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy. Fake beefs, fake arguments, all for engagement. Now, I'm not saying that every time we see a beef on the internet, it's fake. I do believe that some of these dudes don't like each other. But when you see them get in front of the camera and they start attacking the biggest creators and stuff like that, bro, they doing that shit for engagement. Even if they don't like them for real, they're doing it because they know it's gonna run up a bag. Simple. Streaming now makes me think about the early days, bro. Back when we had Soul Illuminati, Cash Nasty, Pretty Boy Fredo. And don't get me wrong, they could go over the top too. But it just felt more organic back then. It just felt more organic and real. Like a lot of them had high energy, but it just never felt misplaced. It still felt like you was getting real, authentic commentary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't explain it, bro. You had to actually be there. If you know, you know. But nowadays, everything seems scripted and planned out like a show. I can remember throwing in 2K, Call of Duty while watching the stream, or I would just be lounging around the house, got the stream playing in the background. You feel me? And honestly, bro, streamers would actually hold real conversations. Talk about life, the video games they like, the movies they like, you know, story times, different random thoughts. Nobody was trying to clip form or none of that. And maybe it was just because nobody knew the ceiling of streaming and where it could go. And honestly, bro, I think that probably was a good thing. That's probably why that's the golden era of streaming to me. So for y'all young niggas that think streaming is something new, bro, streaming is not new. Casanat did not invent streaming. Okay? Casanat, Speed, Aiden Ross, they did not invent streaming, okay? People were streaming long before them. Even the chat felt different. You could actually hold real conversations in the chat. Now, I don't think you hear me. Real conversations. Imagine that.
You could tell, bro, you could tell this is not how I normally am. Oh my God. Bro, it is shit.
Let me see your Joss baby boy take off those hands.
What type of nigga sub to somebody? Like, what type of nigga subscribe to somebody saying some shit like that?
Now, don't get me wrong. Trolls existed. It's the internet, bro. Trolls have always existed. But back in the day, the trolls were in the chat trolling. Nowadays, it feels like the content creators are the trolls or just bad actors. I mean, come on, bro. A how to win beef class? Like, come on, bro. Let's be serious. And then turn around and average 4 beefs that year. Some of the biggest beefs on the internet. Yeah, bro. It just all feel like it was fixed. It all feels fixed. It all feels fake. And hey, trust me, bro. I'm all for people getting their money and doing what works. But what's really sad is that a lot of people believe this shit was real. They believed it.
If you're internet beefing and you do not gain fans, you did not do anything. Okay? You did not complete anything. Do community work. After you beef with somebody that's bad PR, you want to do great community work around the community and make sure you display it on Instagram, TikTok, and all platforms to show his fans or her fans that you are a great person. This is very important. Please make sure you write this down.
Think about it. A how to beef class and then double back with 4 major beefs. That's all the evidence I need to know that all of this shit is for monetizing negativity. Now, I'm about to use a word that may make you want to load up that old dusty ass gym sock with rocks and punch me out. Relax. Get some therapy. Meet me back here in 30. Okay? I understand. This word showed up and it hasn't taken a day off since. But I gotta say it. Everybody's acting so performative now. There you go. Okay?
It's like when you really understand that, buddy, do what you gotta do, man. Right. If you want to do, be a football player, do it. Don't let nobody tell you can't fucking do it, my nigga. I get stressed over that shit, bitch. I do this shit. At the end of the day gotta end. Right. So if you wanna fuck your cousin, fuck your cousin. Cause at the end of the day gotta end, bro. If you get him the fuck out of here.
I made a video about Castanet where we talked about him stepping away from streaming and how the whole rebrand thing may be the results of an identity crisis. And honestly, bro, think about it. Like if you spend years in front of a camera being a character, eventually you may start to become that character that you're playing. And personally, I think we may start seeing a domino effect because smaller young streamers look up to bigger streamers. Let's be honest, people follow what works. So if screaming, viral moments, fake drama bring views, people are going to follow that structure. They're going to follow what works. It may mean losing themselves in the process, but you'll be surprised what people will do for money and popularity. Okay? I'm just going to leave it there, bro.
Who bought my setup? You did it? Huh? You bought my setup? Huh? What was you? Who was it? It was you? Why did you set up? Chill. Nah, you my man. It was you? Chill. I got no shit. Nah, bring that shit. It was me. I bet. Chill. What? You put my setup? Just say you broke it. Just say you. I didn't touch your setup though. I already told you. I'm not trying to hear that. I didn't touch your setup though, gang. I didn't touch your setup though, gang. This is my room, gang. Nigga, you going paintball though? You shot me in the face and all that. I never shot none of you in the face. You your hand, bro. Chill, man. Yo, I'm only gonna tell you one time. Stop touching me. Can't chill, bro.
Now, destroying a $500,000 home, and actually, bro, this home may be worth more than $500,000. Also, thousands of dollars worth of equipment just screams corny brain rot content. This reminds me of those old viral videos of white people ruining food. That's what it reminds me of. Pouring noodles in the bathtub, making Kool-Aid in the toilet, and by the end of the video, you left with nothing. Just a waste of time. When you watch Corey Kenshin, Soul Illuminati, Flight Reacts back in the day, it never felt like you was watching a character. Even though those guys were characters. They were characters. There was personalities that we liked, you know what I'm saying, that was abnormal. Some of the people, like Flight Reacts. But at the same time, there was no PR team, no brand deals shaping every move, no celebrity energy, just real people doing real things, which was way more relatable. When you clicked on their streams, you knew exactly what you was gonna get. And that was them. And back then, that was enough.
Curry. And why? Look at Curry, man.
Now, I don't want to come across like I'm trashing streaming. I stream myself. And if you ever tried to stream, you will understand that it's actually a very demanding job. I mean, trying to entertain hundreds or even thousands of personalities all at once, like, come on, bro. I can see why some creators go in autopilot. I understand being non-confrontational. I understand why some creators play a role to keep the audience happy. Will I do it? No. You can't please everybody. As a matter of fact, content for everybody is content for nobody. Think of your content like a plane. It's gonna land where it's gonna land at the end of the day. And the people who actually rock with you, they're gonna understand the destination. Simple. Now, one streamer I gotta tip my hat off to with Speed. I know, bro. I'm shocked. Because if you had asked me a few years back, Speed would be one of the first examples that I would use to show what's wrong with streaming. But somewhere along the way, Speed, bro, he became one of the main people, one of the main streamers or content creators to actually push authentic content. Even with the barking, the chaos, the occasional crash outs, it just still feels like Speed being Speed. And honestly, bro, they set a great example for young streamers watching him. Now, the real question is, will streaming ever balance itself back out? I think it will eventually. Trends always come full circle. At some point, people are going to get tired of the constant shock value, fake drama, 30-second brain rot clips. And when that actually happens, the audience will gravitate back to real content again. But that's not where we are right now. People are overstimulated, shock value works, and attention spans rule everything. And because of that, people don't feel the pressure to make content with real substance. We're living in an era of low effort, high reward content. Now, the real danger may show up later. After you've been doing this for about 10 years and your audience starts to grow up, outgrows the chaos, outgrows the petty beef, and starts to look for something different. Now, maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe the bag was worth it. Who knows? That's just my perspective. And sometimes perspective can have just as much shock value as a 30-second clip.